Greetings once again, ladies and gentlemen, ladles and jelly spoons, brothers and sisters, boys and girls, and welcome, social media family, to my vlog. My name is Lloyd Brown, and in here we have the legend, that is Mr. Michael Gordon.
Peace.
All right.
We're in the place.
We're in the place. So, just to recap on the first episode, we was basically talking about your childhood, and you growing up in Jamaica.
Yeah.
And more or less the differences between life in Jamaica as a child and life in the UK as a child. Mm-hmm. You know, the difference between water and paraffin, right? And how heavy the liquid mass is. You know what I mean? It might be different, but it felt like I was walking 2 miles down to the shop to get paraffin, trust me. So, with all that in place and with all the grounding that you retained from that, okay, I want to get onto music because with me, you know, growing up in the UK, it was a case where my father, you know, my mother were hard workers. My mum would basically be in the kitchen. I cook a pot of soup on a Saturday. And my dad, as a form of relaxation, will be in the beloved living room, right? With the beloved gram. And nobody can touch nothing in that living room there, right? So my father would basically, he would play secular music on a Saturday and play gospel music on a Sunday. Now, what is going to be even more interesting than that is to kind of find out from yourself what your musical experience was like. Because in Jamaica, I know that the influences that Jamaicans had was vast, and I think, and I mean, you had music from New Orleans, you had Fats Domino and those artists, and a lot of country and western songs as well used to get played. Even on my first visit in 1977, that tradition was upheld. So what was it like for you to encounter music for the first time, and what the music gave to you, how you felt with the music?
Interesting, because you mentioned something about your dad being in the living room playing the what?
Playing the gram.
Gram.
Yeah.
We never have them luxury there back in the country.
Seen.
You understand what I'm saying?
Seen,
So it's a really interesting point.
Right.
My first influence to music is being in my bed as a youth. So them time I must have been about, I don't know, when it really started to sink in. I must have been about 7, 8. And that's been in my bed as a little boy.
Yeah.
Gone on my bed, wash my foot, wash my armpit, gone on my bed.
Yeah.
But can't sleep and hearing sound system in the dead of the night.
Wow.
Wailing out, no matter how far it was. You hear it crystal clear.
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Because sound systems would play right through the night. That was the entertainment in the country for people of that ilk.
Okay.
Yeah, a man of him sound system. Big box them, but he might play it tame.
Yeah.
But that time, in the dead of the night, you could still hear it.
So let me stick
reverberating.
So let me stick up in and ask you this, right? Because with me, there were certain songs that I heard that it was like.
Well, I was coming to that, but hey.
All right.
No, carry on.
No, but I'm just letting you know from my perspective, because it's a UK Jamaica thing at this point. At this point here.
Yeah.
So
I can relate to that.
So with me, it was like when my dad played Otis Redding's "These Arms of Mine," and Jimmy Cliff's "Wonderful World, Beautiful People." Those two songs used to physically make me cry, and I didn't overs how music could do that to me. So, asking you now, what were the songs that you heard in Jamaica?
There were 2 artists.
Yeah.
That played a huge part in my musical upbringing, and it was John Holt, Sir John Holt, if you like, and Jimmy London. Okay. And the song that really, even to this day, because I couldn't understand how he sang like that. You know, how his voice was so angelic, you know, John Holt's voice, and it was Lost Love. Lost love behind me, true love won't find me, because I'm so lost. Da 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 da. How does it do that? Wow! And then the Jimmy London song was "Bridge Over Troubled Waters." Before I realized, only years later, that it was Simon and Garfunkel.
See.
Right? So obviously, as you know, a lot of those songs were covered and covered so well, and for many, many years one thought that those songs were the original songs.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think Love Slows was an original song. But Bridge Over Troubled Waters by Jimmy London. Like a bridge down, da 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 da. In the middle of the night, da 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 da, da 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 da. Oh my word! And I'm like, wow! And those songs were played over and over. There were other songs,
right? But
those songs were played over and over again. If the selector draw a 10 tune, those 2 tunes are going to be played every night.
And such it must have been, such was the influence of artists like Simon and Garfunkel to affect and effect vocalists of that day as well.
Absolutely. I mean, obviously, Paul Simon is one of the greatest songwriters ever. We know this. The other artist was Errol Dunkley. So those are the 3 main artists that I heard in Jamaica. But more John Holt and Jimmy London.
So with Errol Dunkley now, which song of Errol Dunkley is stuck in your mind a lot?
Darling, ooh, your love is amazing. Darling, ooh. Oh my word. And the other tune was if you don't love that guy, tell him you don't. Every night you're on the beach with another guy, and the poor guy works so. Those lyrics are so quirky, big and strong. And then he switches. I'm going home. I went to see him down at the American Arms a week or so ago.
Right.
And it was just a trip down memory lane. It was amazing. Wow. It was amazing. I sang and then he had this thing where he was saying, "I'm gonna drop a new tune. I bet you're gonna know this one." And when he said, "What's he talking about? What is he talking about?" So those are the 3 main artists at that particular time. And then there were other, a bit of Gregory,
sure,
early Gregory, early Wailers. We don't even talk about Bob Marley because of early Wailers.
Right.
But those 2 artists, John Holt and Jimmy London, were indelible.
So what year that was around?
Oh Jesus, Lord! Why you want to do this to me? I mean, we could be talking about 67, 68, 69.
Okay.
Give or take. Yeah.
Okay.
We're talking about them period there.
Right.
Because I was born in 1960, so. Yeah. So yeah, that's what we're talking about.
Okay.
And then, as time went on, as I got older, like a few years before I came back to England.
Yeah.
Then I started to visit my dad's side of the family, which is in Arokabessa, and met up with cousins, and we gelled, and then I was introduced to different music.
Okay.
Right?
Like?
And the Marvin Gayes of the world.
Sid.
Yeah?
Okay.
And the Al Greens of the world.
Okay, I see where this is going. I know where this is going.
And then it was like, I've never heard that.
Right.
In the country, and it was like, what's that?
Yeah.
Marvin Gaye. Let's get it on. What that? I heard an older cousin of mine. That's so Arokabessa, okay, let me explain about Arokabessa. Where I was in the country was just bush. My gully was bush. Yeah? No luxuries. Yeah, no light, nothing.
See.
Some people had it, but we didn't.
Right.
Yeah? So we just box about at the night time, play marble at night time before you go to bed, moonlight shine, beautiful.
Right.
Like daytime, but it's night.
See.
Yeah? None of them luxuries there. But Arokabessa was more of a seaport town.
Right.
Because Arokabessa is one of those places that where they used to ship banana. So it was very developed back in the day. So even though it was country, it was like town. It was very, everybody had electricity and stuff like that. And so that's when I went and first saw a gramophone. The gram, as you call it.
Okay.
And it was a different, the lifestyle was slightly more
upmarket,
bourgeois, if you like. And not massive, but it was
it was a shift.
So my cousin had a cousin who had these songs because he was older.
Right.
So you know, let's get it on the album. Do you know what I'm saying? And it would open up. When I came to England, and I got older and I bought it.
Yeah.
Because they repressed it, and I'm thinking, who is this guy playing these songs? And then let's get it on. And you sure love to ball. And them tune, I'm like, what is this? Wow. It was like that.
Okay.
And I agreed. Let's stay together. That was the track that was played. And I'm thinking, so, I asked the brother one day, what music is this? And he looked at me and he laughed. And he says, this is what you call soul music. So I said, where it come from? He says, it's an American music. I go, oh, right. That to me was like, how does he sing like that? How does Marvin Gaye sing like that? How does Al Green sing like that?
Right.
And that just opened up a whole new world.
So that was more or less like an epiphany for you at that point.
Absolutely. Good word.
So from then, right? How did that translate from you hearing that to you wanting to be further involved with music?
I didn't want to be involved in music at that stage because I didn't know anything about it.
Right.
I was just listening.
Right.
I just had this discerning ear. Something drew me to it.
Sure.
On a level where I wasn't just listening to it and singing it along to it. I was taken aback.
Right.
So it's only looking back that I can sort of like kind of decipher it now. I was hearing it on a level as to like, I was amazed.
Right.
I wasn't just enjoying it because I couldn't. I was hooked differently.
Yeah.
So, because I didn't come from a musical background,
okay,
I didn't have a brother or a cousin or a dad or a mom who played music and was pushing me that way.
Yeah.
I had none of those, influences in that sense. So all I heard was the music.
Okay.
Having no musical, as far as I'm concerned, gifts in my head or nothing. I can't play, but I'm hearing it and it just moving me. Even to the point where I'd go home and I'd think about it and I'd hear it. And I'll play it over and over in my head. So that was the moments, those were the moments where they were significant to me looking back.
Right.
But not being able to actually do anything, just assimilating it.
See.
Yeah, it's only when I came back to England years later that it became apparent in terms of me actually wanting to do something.
So when you was listening to those soul tracks at that time, would it be safe to say that it was more or less you was beguiled by the rudiments of the thing and what basically put the whole music together to capture you the way it captured you at that point in time?
Looking back on it, yes, but I didn't pick up on it in that way at that point.
Right, okay.
I picked up on that now when I came back to England.
See.
And then again, it was a vibe where I was listening to these songs again. So when I came back to England, went to school, hooked up with Colin Burton, who became my mentor, because he was the rhythm guitarist in Investigators.
Right.
Again, there was nobody saying to me, you can sing or whatever. I mean, I used to sing a couple of times in the yard, and then the cousins of mine or my cousins say, you have a little voice there, but that was it.
Right.
Because I didn't know. They didn't really know.
Right.
But they picked up on something, but there was nobody there to push me or there was nowhere to go. There's no like a studio or people, there was nothing like that.
But that part of your story, I want to actually put in a separate episode because it's the journey from Jamaica to the UK which in a way is kind of mirroring my thing because it was my journey from England to Jamaica. That done it for me. So it's kind of interesting that we're mirroring each other's experiences. So we're going to basically go into your journey, where your journey from Jamaica to England started, with all of that in your headspace.
Yeah, because I mean, not kind of, but that's when other music came into play as well, while in the record business. So you had, the influence of Big Youth and the DJ thing. Do you know what I mean? Big Youth, I-Rai, U-Rai, and my cousin was basically introducing me to all of this. But the song, I mean, you remember when S90 Scan come out, and man, yeah, and we can't afford it, but we see the man who can afford it, however they got it on the S90 Scan.
Yeah.
So, but it was significant that the soul songs, they were so over there. Yeah, because it was so over there, the production. I mean, you listen back to Let's Get It On Now, the album, it's light years ahead of its time.
Yeah.
So the production-wise, they're like light years apart.
Yeah, it was out there.
Yeah? So you listen to something like S90 Skank, and you're vibing out. Or you listen to Toots and the Maytals.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Suppose you ain't mash up that man, I am them kind of tune.
Yeah.
And 54, 46, brilliant songs, and we grew in all of them, but that's reggae, soul was over there. And it's the soul that blew me away. And I couldn't understand it.
We're gonna cut it. Because if I leave him to it, it's like it's gonna be 5 hours later. So we're gonna go towards the journey from Jamaica to England with all the music that was messing up this brother's head at the time. So until we catch you on the next episode, people stay blessed. We're gone.
Peace it out.